Hey everyone, this is Dylan, and today I will be doing the last update video for 2016, so this covers the month of December, and this month I have Blu-rays, DVDs, and one book that I actually just picked up today. Alright, so the DVD section of this is very heavily biased towards TV shows, just so you know. I was actually able to get quite a good amount of deals. Most of these came from Amazon, so this first one is Joan of Arcadia. This is the first season, and I've known about this show for a couple years, and I had never seen it. It came out in 2003 and 2004, and that was before I was in like 3rd or 4th grade, so I probably wouldn't have been watching it. But once I learned about the story of Joan of Arc, I wanted to check this out because the story of Joan of Arc is very interesting in that she was a girl who heard voices, and she actually led the French Revolution, I think. And basically what happened was she started hearing voices and telling people that God told her what to do, and then they were like witchcraft and burned her at the stake after she helped the French Revolution or some sort of French War, I believe. But I thought that entire story was pretty interesting, and I wanted to get this Joan of Arcadia and see what kind of take they took on that. So this next show that I have is called Bedlam, and this is season 1, and it was on BBC, also BBC America, and it stars Theo James, who is right there, and he is somebody who lives in this apartment complex which they created from an old asylum. And from what I can tell is it has to do with ghosts, and these people start having these really weird experiences while living in these apartments. So I figured I would get that, give it a check, and it was actually really cheap. I believe it was less than $5, so I figured I would get on that. And then this one I really like too. I actually watched this one when it was on TV, and it's called Welcome to Sweden. So this guy right here is actually, his name is Greg Poehler. He's actually Amy Poehler's brother, and so basically it follows the story of his life, like his real life, because he met a woman and who was Swedish, and they actually moved to Sweden. It follows them, and they move to Sweden, and he has to get accustomed to the different things about Sweden. And there are a lot of special guest appearances in this. I know Amy Poehler makes an appearance. I believe that it says Will Ferrell makes an appearance, and some other people, which I don't really remember, but it was definitely, I liked it. It reminds me a lot of this show on Netflix called Lilyhammer, and it is about a gangster who goes to Norway, but that whole fish out of water cultural immersion thing is what it reminds me of. And then I've always liked the show, and this is the Amazing Race Season 7, and this, if you're at all familiar with reality TV stars, it has Robin Amber in it from Survivor, and The Amazing Race is always cool. I wish that I could go on the show. I've always tried to convince my mom to go on it with me, but I've had no luck in filling out the application with her. But definitely liked it. I believe it was like $5 on Amazon, so I could not pass that up, because typically seasons of The Amazing Race are anywhere from $30 to $40. So I definitely wanted to picked that one up. So this one is pretty cool, and it's something that I've started watching my freshman year of college, so like 2 years ago. And I only had the first 3 seasons that I got at Big Lots, and now I have the 4th season, and this is Nip Tuck. And so this is by the director, creator of American Horror Story and Glee and Scream Queens. So his name is Ryan Murphy. And this was a pretty good show. It's like Grey's Anatomy meets Dr. 90210. So they follow plastic surgeons, and they have the very bizarre cases that they have to deal with. And there's a subplot with a serial killer that comes after them throughout, I think it's like season 2 and season 3, but it's pretty cool. I know there's lots of guest stars. I looked through the little discs and little episode guide, and it looks like Rosie O'Donnell is in this. I believe that Joan Rivers was in this, so that was a pretty good pickup. I think I only spent less than $5 on that. I bought that on Amazon. So then, or not Amazon, eBay. So then these next few, actually we'll go to this one first. So this one I found at like a flea market type thing, and I have the second one, so I figured I would pick up this one. This is from the TV show, the Disney show Jonas, and it's called Rocking the House, and this was like one of the first Jonas Brothers TV shows, so I figured I'd pick it up. It was $2, and you can't really go wrong with that. So then these next few are, so every month since the summer I have been slowly accumulating Pokemon movies and the show. So these are a few of the things that I was able to get. So this is Pokemon Hoopla and the Clash of Ages. This one is on Netflix if you're interested in watching it. If you don't know, I'm trying to get all of the Pokemon movies that are currently out. So then these go into the television show. So this is Pokemon Advance Battle. This is Volume 1, Gaining Groudon. So this comes with 5 episodes, and it's part of the Advance Battle series. Then we have, this is box set 1, Pokemon Diamond and Pearl Battle Dimensions. And just an FYI, if you are buying something on eBay, please read the description, read everything, because I only read the very beginning and it said brand new, and I was like, okay, I don't need to read the description because it says brand new already. So I get it, and it was definitely not brand new. So I go back to the listing, and it says brand new on the quick little facts about it, and then if you go to the item description, they said, this isn't brand new. So I sent them a message and was like, yeah, I'm going to leave you positive feedback, but this was wrong, and I was hoping that they would offer me some sort of refund, and that didn't happen. So just be forewarned to make sure to read the entire listing. That problem has plagued me a couple times, but it's my own fault, so I don't have anybody to blame but myself. And I watched the discs, and they're perfectly fine. I just thought I was buying a brand new show. And then we have Pokemon Indigo League. So this is the very first one that came out. This has all 78 episodes of the original first season. And this was, I think it was around Black Friday, and it was the cheapest that I've ever seen it. It was $18 or some change, I think, and that was by far the cheapest I've ever seen it. It had always been like $30 or $40, and I couldn't pass it up, so I had to go for it. Because I have all of them on, well, they're all on Netflix, but I have them all on most of them on VHS, and I wanted to be able to upgrade to DVD. Alright, well, before I get onto the Blu-rays, I wanted to do the one book that I got. And I was at Goodwill this morning, and I was looking around, and I always really like these kinds of books, and it's the Batman Begins official movie guide. So it's basically like a picture book that has stuff about the Batman. It's kind of like behind the scenes stuff. I don't have these for a lot of movies, but I've got them for the Twilight movies. I have 2 or 3 of those, and they're always nice to pick up and kind of see like behind the scenes things and be able to read a little bit about the movie and see nice pictures. Behind the scenes things are always really cool to look at. I actually don't know if I've ever seen the entire Batman Begins movie, but I need to for sure. I have seen The Dark Knight and The Dark Knight Rises, so that's, can't kill me now. But alright, so now we're gonna get on to the Blu-ray. Okay, so a lot of these would have been in my November 2016 thing, because I bought them towards the end of November or the very beginning of December with some of the stuff that I had gotten from Black Friday, because some of them came with like gift cards and stuff. So the first one is Hotel Transylvania, and this is a good movie. It's a nice kids movie about the monsters. There's Dracula and the Wolfman and Frankenstein, the Invisible Man, and the Mummy. So all really good. A good movie. It's got a nice cast. It's got Adam Sandler and Andy Samberg, Selena Gomez, Kevin James, Stephen Buscemi, and CeeLo Green as some of the voice actors. So that's always really cool. I picked this up, and I'm pretty happy that I was able to get it. This is Crystal Lake Memories, the complete history of Friday the 13th. It's a 2-disc collector's edition, and this is actually really long. It's 400 minutes, so I believe that there's a Nightmare on Elm Street one. I know that there's a Nightmare on Elm Street one, and it's called Never Sleep Again, and that's along the same lines as this. Then we have, so I kind of watched this, kind of didn't. I watched it on a night at school with a couple of friends, and it's called Dead Day. Well, the official name at school is Study Day, but it's Dead Day. Well, we watched it on Dead Day Eve because Dead Day Eve is like one of the biggest party days of the semester, because it's the day that all the classes end. And there was a lot of drama going on where I live. But so I kind of watched this, kind of didn't. It is The Final Girls, and it has quite a few people in it. It's got Malin Ackerman, Nina Dobrev, Teresa Farmiga. I don't think I said her name right. It's got Adam Devine and Alexander Ludwig. So this is a classic 80s slasher type thing where this girl and, well, their mother and daughter, but the mother dies and the daughter just wants to see her again. So the mother was an actress. She was in this movie. They go to the movie theater and they actually end up getting transported into the film, and they have to fight their way through the slasher that the mother was in. This is an upgrade to my collection. This is the it's Devil. I actually saw this in theaters with my brother and my dad one time. This was an interesting movie. It almost completely takes place in an elevator, and you have to, there's like 5 or 6 people in the elevator, and one of them is actually the devil, and they have to figure out who it is before they all start dying. It's an M. Night Shyamalan movie, so there's twists and turns in it, but I ended up selling it, and I was happy that I sold it so then I could buy it on Blu-ray. Next up we have, something else I was trying to do is try to get all of the Disney Channel original movies from when I was growing up so that I could have them. And this one is Cheetah Girls One World, and it's the extended music edition. I was not really big into the Cheetah Girls. I would watch it if it was on, but wasn't really big into it. It was $3 and then 15% off because I got this at like a flea market thing, and they were doing a sale for the holiday. And it was brand new, so I was able to get it pretty cheap. Then we have the Angry Birds movie. I actually watched this, and it wasn't near as bad as I thought it was going to be. It was interesting, but it was okay. It took me a couple days to watch it because I would watch it right before I went to bed, and I didn't want to fall asleep with it on, so I would have to keep pausing it and picking it up the next day. This one is an upgrade. I sold it and was able to get it on Blu-ray. This is Firefly, the first season. I've been meaning to watch this for I don't even know how long. I know everyone who watches it really loves it. I believe it's only like 13 episodes, so it's not really that big of a time commitment. I definitely hope to watch this in the coming year. Then I have this one I've also been meaning to watch for a long time, and this is Alcatraz. This is the complete series, and this was on, I don't even know what, I think it was on NBC or Fox or something, but this show, it has Sam Neill in it, and it has the guy from Lost, which I've never seen Lost, but basically it's where there was a cover-up with the Alcatraz prison, and they said that everybody was moved to a different prison, but that wasn't the case, and something happened, and now into the future, the prisoners of Azkaban, the prisoners of Alcatraz are starting to come back unaged years into the future, and they have to like capture them because they're some of the worst criminals in history. So next, this was a really good movie, and I've been trying to get upgrading a couple of my movies because my friends at school are like obsessed with meta movies. So I've been trying to get movies that are meta for us to watch. So this one is, I actually just got this in the mail today. This is Behind the Mask, The Rise of Leslie Vernon. And this is a really good movie. It's a mockumentary, and I would definitely suggest watching it. It has Robert Englund in it, who was Freddy Krueger. It also has Zelda Rubinstein, and I believe she was in the original Poltergeist. She has a very distinct voice that once you hear it, and she's very tiny too. So I got that one. This one was one that I also got, and it is Trick or Treat. This has been a long time coming. This is a lot of people's favorite movie, so I wanted to pick that up and show it to my friends because this is considered one of the better movies of recent years. So then this is an upgrade. This is also, in my definition, a meta movie. So this is Killer Movie, and this is an interesting one. It takes place, they go to this high school or whatever, and it's basically they're following a reality TV show type of format, and so they're filming a reality show and then people start dying. It has some interesting people in it. It has the guy from, he's not on the front, it's got Haley Cuoco, who is in the Big Bang Theory, and it's got some other people that are fairly famous, Leighton Meester and the sheriff from Bates Motel. I gotta start going through this a little faster. So then Olympus Has Fallen, picked that up. It was pretty cheap and I'd never seen it, so I figured I would give it a try. Then I actually really like this movie. It's called The Vampire's Assistant, A Cirque du Freak, and this is based off of a book series. I don't think they're gonna make any more in this series, but I actually really like this movie and I would definitely recommend it if you're looking for something interesting to watch. It's definitely like a teen type movie, but it's got Josh Hutcherson in it and Selma Hayek, and William Dafoe, so I would definitely check it out if you're into that kind of thing. Then I actually got this movie for free. This is The Secret Life of Pets on Blu-ray. So I'll give a little quick thing about how I got it for free. So in my description box, I've kind of changed some things around, and I've got reference codes and stuff. So through TopCashBack, which should be down there, I was able to, they had an offer and I was able to get this for free for signing up for an account, and they give you cash back for your purchases. This one is another one of those meta movies that I picked up. This is The Town That Dreaded Sundown. This was actually also done by the guy who did American Horror Story, Glee, and Nip Tuck, Ryan Murphy. I really like this movie. I believe that it's still on Netflix. That's where I watched it when I originally watched it. But it's a meta sequel where it's like the original movie is in this movie, and there's a killer who's killing people based off of the original movie. So definitely check that one out. This is an upgrade. It was on Fry's for fairly cheap, so I picked up Bruno. And this one I've been wanting to watch for a while. This one's called Pompeii. I don't know why it took me a second to read. I was trying to read it out of the viewfinder and it's like backwards and I could not. But I've always wanted to, or I wanted to watch this when I found out. I don't think that it's a very good movie from what I've heard, but the story of Pompeii is super interesting, where the volcano erupts and the town was basically covered in ash, and there are like people preserved in the ash, and it was like the entire town just stopped because the ash fell so fast that most of the people suffocated and died right on the spot. So they were still doing like household things, and I just think that that is a pretty cool thing. Then this one I've never seen before, and I actually haven't really heard a lot about it. I have the DVD, so this is an upgrade, but this is called Stoker, and it's got Nicole Kidman in it, and it's got, I'm not going to even try to pronounce her last name, but her name is Mia, and she was in the Alice in Wonderland live action, but it's something about, like, these, Nicole Kidman and this guy are brother and sister, and then he kind of starts having a thing with her daughter, so it's kind of weird. I need to check it out. And then this last one is also an upgrade. I was able to sell the DVD of it. This is it's called Lost After Dark, and it's like it says, and you thought the 80s were dead, so it's like an 80s slasher. I believe it actually takes place in the 80s, so it's definitely interesting. It just by the cover it looked interesting, so I figured I would pick it up. That is it for this video. Give it a thumbs up if you liked it. In the description or in the comments below, let me know if there are any meta movies that you really like. I'm trying to find some more, and I hope you guys have a great day and Happy New Year. The New Year is coming up, so that is it. Thank you guys for watching. Bye.